Hello guys, Snaps here, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the trades that I took this week and the trade setups that you guys could have taken as well. And I just want to go over what my thought process was behind these trades, and also I just want to explain like how you guys could have entered that, what you guys should have looked for, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. So first of all, um, I took a trade on this long trade on Monday. Then I took a short trade on Wednesday that ended up solving me out. After that, I had another short around here, but I was on the shots. Then we had the second macro short later, and then we had this quick long scalp, and then another long trade that I'm currently in. So as you guys can see, we had overall six trades, and I took three of them. And the reason why I didn't take three of those trades was mainly because I'm currently a challenge.
Oh yeah, that's obviously why I missed these trades. So let's start with the first trade, and that was really a smart money concept trade. Like,
I don't know, I get some problems with my mic. I hope it doesn't affect the recording, but so this first trade that I took this week wasn't really a smart money concept trade. Like it was more based on order flow, and what I saw was that we had some buyers here and here, but at this low, like there were more buyers stepping in than compared to these. And then I was like, okay, so if more people are buying at the price that like buying Bitcoin, although it's higher, like why would people buy more although it's more expensive? But then I was like, yeah, maybe they're trying to push Bitcoin higher, and that's also why I made the post and said either this is the low or we're going lower, like taking out these lows. And that was actually like it ended up being the low. I took the trade. However, I made the mistake that I TP'd a lot around this POC. No. Eh? Wait 1 second, guys. I'm not sure from where I threw the. Yeah, I think around like that. Yeah. So, I TP'd a lot of my position around this POC, and that's why I kind of messed up. Like, basically, after that, we get this CPI news, I think, and the New York Open, then we literally just nuked, like, pumped to the highs, but yeah, it happens, I guess. So, that was kind of the first trade. I mean, for you guys, not too special, but the next trade's definitely more interesting. So, if we draw our range around here. So as you guys can see, price pushed up on Tuesday, taking out all this buy side liquidity around here and kind of like consolidating around here. And basically what I was thinking is that we had like these three pushes to the upside, marking our like 1 distribution. And we had this new gap around here. And yeah, basically that's only in like it's inefficiency. And adding to that, we also like swept a lot of bicep liquidity, and we are located in premium, so these are definitely things to look out for. And also, I almost forgot about that. If we pull our volume profile, you guys can see we're around the volume area high, so that's another nice short confluence for us. And basically what I did, I was thinking, yeah, price already located in this premium above the range. Like it's not really pushing higher, it's just consolidating, kind of distributing. So I was like, okay, let me try the short trade and wait, I took this trade around this break of structure. I'm not sure what time frame it was, but um, took trade around here, and then I was basically targeting like the inefficiency lower, and we also had like all this sell side liquidity, so it was like a nice trade, but I ended up getting stopped out, so that was a loss for me. But after that, we actually get a second shot, and um, I just want to go over it now. Like here, I mean, I'm using a Binance chart just to demonstrate the trades because I'm using a Bible chart where all my trades are, and I mean, it's not messy, but like, uh, yeah, there's a lot going on, so I switched to the Binance chart. However, one thing that I'm just seeing here is that Binance only took this high once, but it's also fine, like it's a range deviation trade. But if we go to Bybit, the main chart that I'm using, you guys can see that we took the high once and twice, so it's kind of like a low time frame white curve model 1 schematic. Of course, it's not the cleanest because these tabs are like really narrow, so you wouldn't really call it that, but it's like a nice plus one. And basically, how you would have entered, we go to this chart. It's simple. You just wait for a market structure break. Of course, you have to check the highest time frame this structure is valid on, following the 2 candle rule, and on the 2 minute it's valid. Let's check the 3 minute. And on the 3 minute, it's not because we only got this one bullish candle to the upside, and we would need to for the rule to apply. So we drop down to 2 minute time frame, and let's check where the break was. The break was around here. We had clean supply that, I mean, this is our real structure supply, and this is like just an oil block that got created on this move. And basically, you would enter around this close right here, and you would target this low first. I mean, maybe I'm not too sure. I probably, if I was in this position, I wouldn't have TP'd my TP'd around here, because as you guys can see, like we already like located around premium, and there are a lot of confluence points below, like I mentioned before. So there's kind of like no reason why I should go out, like why I should exit everything around here, especially when we get all this sales of liquid. Like look at these lows, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then of course we have like this 6, and then all this. But I'm probably, I mean, it's only like a 2.3, so I definitely would have extended my TP to these lows and would have taken a massive take profit around that low. So as you guys can see, like we had a failed wake from one distribution, then we had like another low time frame wake from one distribution on the Bible chart. Where also, I mean, it's not like a clean PO3, but as you guys can see, we kind of had like oh, sorry guys, it's kind of like the range. I mean, it's not the best, but the range manipulation. Then, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Expansion. So, but yeah, basically, to get to the point, it's getting like boring. This was a shot that you could have taken, and then um, I would probably like just extend my target to these lows. And we also, I mean, not really, because we had a significant demand POI around here that I also shared on my X. I mean, you can also find it yourself. Like if you just study demand and supply, like you will be finding these quickly. So you can also find these for yourself. Basically, we end up pumping from it, and also this demand was backed by the volume area low, and I made a post that you could have like taken a partial around this demand as well. So yeah, let's get to the second short, and that is around here. And I actually made an in-depth explanation on my X, so definitely check it out. However, I I mean I couldn't enter this because I was like literally I think I was at a restaurant or something watching a sunset, but basically like price broke down here. Like if we follow a mark structure, it's as a tool, it's basically like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, break down. So we got our break here. I mean, this is SFP, but I will just draw it like that. And break around here, and we also create supply, what is always really nice to see. Like price is protecting, no, this supply is protecting price from going higher, so there's like a nice confluence for shorts. And that's actually where I also like made a pause on my X to look for shorts around this level. But what was kind of sketchy is that we had this POC around here, and price ended up like going into it. Wait, let me just check. Yeah, price ended up retracing into the POC, and then we took the low again, and actually like we flipped back to, we actually broke back to bullish. So this was the bullish break, and that was, I mean, as you guys can see, like this main, I mean, it's not the main structure, but this structure is like higher and thus more significant compared to this low time frame structure. But it was still like a significant point since we also had like some demand located around here. And I was like actually watching this level because price likes to sweep. So when price like aggressively, I mean it wasn't like really aggressive, but when price aggressively sweeps um liquidity, like we sometimes get these moves where it's like grab, sell to a buy. So I was kind of thinking about that because we also got the POC, and we most of the time either bounce from it or reject from it. And that's why I wasn't too sure about this shot, because adding to that is also that we kind of got like we like the mitigation of this structure was kind of deep into the supply, and what you want to see like for taking long or shorts is mostly that you want to a mitigation of like the lower 50% of the supply. So in this case it would be, I mean, if we take supply around here, you would want it to be like this, for example. I mean, it doesn't have to be like this, but in most cases, let's say 80% is going to be like that. And most sometimes, if it's like too deep, we kind of end up like going higher. So that was like kind of something I was thinking about, but to be honest, I did like my analysis after that, and I came to the conclusion that this bigger range is more bearish since we got like this more or less pure freestyle um, range. I mean, you guys know it, range manipulation expansion. and also we deviated our value area high and had this distribution around the highs. So price was definitely pointing lower with this news inefficiency that we left here on Tuesday. So price was definitely like price was pointing low. So and when you have like the mid time frame, I mean, if we count this as our mid time frame structure, um, you want the lower time frame to confirm what's happening on the mid time frame. And basically, after we broke structure back to bearish around here, wait, what's going on? Around here, that's where the short was. Man, what's going on? Like you see this break here, and that's where you go short. Because, like, if you think about it, this POC was like the only chance where price could have bounced and went higher. And we even broke structure back to bullish. So, in theory, what should have happened if you were bullish is that price breaks back to bullish, hits the supply, pulls back, taps into this newly created demand, and then continues higher. Like that would be the POC holding while demand is getting protected by bias and supply is getting tested, but not any significant selling pressure is coming. So that would be like the bullish scenario. However, that did not happen. What happened was that price hit supply, and yes, first it looked like it actually happened that we tapped the demand, went higher, but as you guys can see, we SFP the structure pull, and then we broke back to bearish around here. So this break, this bearish break confirms that this supply is going to hold, and that this POC, like that, not enough buyers are going to step in around here to protect these lows and send price higher. So what happened next? Like price decided to dump low, and again we hit our significant demand, break our volume area low, and that's basically where price ended up going higher from. Yeah, so that's the wait, trade number 1, 2, 3. So that's number 3, and let's go to this trade around here. So um, again we had our demand around here. Let's refine it more. We had this demand. I mean, this was um like the best area to bounce from, since this is like representing the inefficiency on the lower time frame, if I'm not mistaken. I will just check it quickly. So I not really would tap into it. So it wasn't the best demand, since as you guys can see we got all these lows in the demand. So that's basically liquidity, and you don't really want to see it, but maybe I will do a separate video about it, talking about good and bad demands. But basically this was our overall demand POI, and what happens here is quite interesting. So let's activate our session. So one, and basically what happened here was that price hit our demand level, and what happened is that we SFP the low and broke back to bullish one here. Wait, it was a 30-second trade, since the two candle rule didn't apply on the 1 minute. I'm not using the 30 second too often, but sometimes I do. So in this case, you would have seen this break around here, and then you would have entered basically around this. But because we're not so quick, we've been like that. Stop loss would go below this low, so that's basically a range deviation trade, where price, first of all, is in a good POI, like we have this demand. Then second, we SFP the low, but what we also need is a good return to zone, because, for example, if there was like a, I don't know, like a significant supply around here. I know like this is not something huge, but if there was like something important, price would most likely just hit the supply and continue lower. But as you guys can see, this move to the downside was mostly just buy some quit, so that means that the move to the upside should be quite easy. So you enter around this break of structure, confirming this SP of the range low and a rotation to this high, and basically that's where I mean, you wouldn't TP here, and basically this also, I mean, based on the risk to reward on the trade, like just to the technical target, this isn't a trade like that you must have taken. But as you guys can see, we have the supply about around here, and price ended up tapping into it because if you go to the high time frame was also like inefficiency, but price ended up tapping into the supply and sold off. So that was kind of the trade that you could have taken. And yeah, that's it. So the next trade is actually this one that I'm currently in, and I'm not too sure if I'm going to TP. It's not looking too good to be honest, but we gotta see what happens. But yeah, basically what happened around here is that price. Well, let's clean up. So price hit the supply, so supply got tested, and we aggressively sold off around New York, I think, or pre-New York or London. Why is it not working? Okay, so London tested the supply, and pre-New York sold off, and then New York Open sold off again, and we actually flipped back to bullish around here, trading this demand around here, and New York swept our London low. Wait, let's do like, oh man, what's going on? Let's do it like this. So New York swept our London low, and as you guys still remember, we are in this demand POI, like we're and around the value area low, where we're expecting like something to happen. And now wait, let me not forget this important detail. Sorry guys if I'm jumping too much around. So something I gotta work on, and basically if I pull the volume profile, wait, let's hope it wasn't just on buy. What was it on Bybit? Sorry guys. Basically like, yes, everything going great. Um, let's pull the volume profile from here to here. Yes, okay, so Bybit was definitely more accurate, and I also took the trade on Bybit, but basically there's another trade taken. Yeah, I am just here in like my family, and like right now Spain against Argentina playing, and I'm just hearing like them cheering for some country, but I don't know. To be honest, the only time I would watch a game is if I'm betting on it, but I could care less. Like to be honest, I could care less. I mean, I'm tired, but you gotta put in the work. Like, of course, I could just go to sleep or watch this game, but I decided to record this video for you guys. Also, kind of for myself. Like, um, if you speak the things out loud, you kind of get like more aware of it, and it also helps me like to reflect on back on the trades that I took and could have taken. So as you guys can see, the POC flipped to. I seriously don't know what's yeah. So on the high time frame, you guys can see the POC flip from up here to, yeah, you guys saw, to down here. So that was like a nice +1 where I was thinking, so if volume shows down here, that means there must be more buying interest, especially when we see like these wicks to the downside. And that was also like again where all the flow was coming in, seeing more aggressive buys buying price back up. What are these yellow lines again, man? What is going on? But yeah, basically what happened around here is that price had like this New York sell-off, and then we went higher again. And this wasn't a structure break, like you guys can see it was SFP. If we go to the highest time frame, this structure was spelled on, it was the 30-minute, and it wasn't a break, it was SFP. And how you could have entered is that you um, got to the lower time frame, and it's important to follow your mark structure. So if this is our main mark structure, this is our SFP, you still need a break, like you can't just enter here. And we have our nice demand with low time frame inefficiency around here, and price perfectly tap into it. Like it's always really nice to see. And basically where the trade was is that you wait for, was this a 30-second? Yeah, it was. Um, so we have the perfect demand mitigation. Bulls are starting to come in, and also our POC is located here. So this is a really clean POI where you want to see a bounce. Like that's really clean. So basically what happened is that price broke back to bullish. Still not yet. I mean, yeah, that what's going on? So price broke back to bullish, and you basically enter here because what does market structure say? If we follow our market structure from up to down, um, you guys can see that we broke around here. Then you enter here, and basically like I mean, first of all, you would target this high. Now it's the risk to reward is way too low. But if it was high, you would target this high. But basically, as you guys can see, liquidity is a price magnet, and this is all liquidity. So what the price come for? Yeah, it came for this liquidity, and well, let's extend the DP. The chart's getting messy. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, I put my TP all the way to the high, but you could have taken like a TP around this liquidity. So let's say 50% around this high, you get like a 2.3, and then you kind of leave like the rest around for even higher targets. So yeah, basically these are the trades that you could have taken this week, and I hope you guys learned something. Sorry if it was sometimes boring. Um, yeah, I'm going to try to make the next video even better, so better than this one. So I hope you guys enjoy it and see you for the next one. Peace.